Hello there, welcome to episode 0 of Gregkru May We Watch Again. My name is Scobes and I bring you May We Watch Again, the unofficial watch-along podcast on the CW sci-fi show The 100, aka my favourite show of all time, and I needed an excuse to rewatch it from the start, and what better excuse than to watch it with someone who has never seen a single episode. Joining me as co-host to this super secret Until Now project is the one and only Owen Wilson.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So most people know you, but for those who don't, who the hell are you?
I'm Owen Wilson, as you said, or Odogg, better known as on Twitch, Odogg 2006 to be exact. I stream Twitch for a good sort of 6-7 years now. Play a variety of games, do a lot of chat integration games, stuff like Jackbox. If you've seen that, I play just anything that feels good to me, and I've been doing that for a long time, and just kind of built up from there. Do a bit of YouTube stuff, videos as well on YouTube, and I'm just a regular old epic gamer on YouTube and Twitch. Really, that's me.
Epic gamer.
Epic gamer. That's about how much as I can describe myself.
And now you're venturing into podcasting
I
and
am.
TV.
Yeah, it's all kind of happening at once, really. Yeah, one minute I've never been on a podcast, and now I'm I'm
On
co-starring
two.
on two, and I'm on two now. It's mad, but I'm very excited. I don't tend to dive into shows too often. I've seen a few, like the big popular ones, but I don't.
Hmm.
I've not watched a lot of CW stuff, to be fair. So
I don't blame you.
the only
I,
sorry, you go.
I on the other hand, am an avid fan of the cheesy CW shows.
Hmm.
I know they're bad, and
Yeah,
I still put myself through them.
I've heard them described as like a corny bad, but like in a good way, kind of like they're. I mean, I've watched a lot of Supergirl, and I
Hmm.
think that's a CW show, I believe.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, that was all right. Didn't mind that. I watched a little bit of Arrow and
Hmm.
Flash, so they were
Yes.
good and they were nice, and so I've got relatively good expectations for this, and you've spoken highly of it, so you
It
know.
is my favorite show. The reason it's my favorite show is like really pathetic. So
Mm.
I started watching this in college, and I saw the poster for it and was like, "Oh my god, that main character was Rosie Cartwright from the Sleepover Club on Nickelodeon when I was like 9 years old." 9-year-old me had a bit of a girl crush on Rosie Cartwright.
Ah.
Like I was like, I want to be her. I want to be Rosie Cartwright. She was British in the show. She's not really. She's Australian, which is even
Oh,
better.
yeah.
So I was like, I need to watch this because like I was in love with her as a child, and 10 years later, I now need to relive my childhood,
Uh, yeah.
and it then became my favorite show.
Right. Stemming from this lovely Australian actress
Yeah,
that
the Aussie babe,
the
the
Aussie
Aussie
babe.
babe.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. I mean, I think I was going to ask you, what drove you to enjoy the show so much, and so now I know.
There you
There we
go.
go.
There's your
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
So for people at home, the what we're gonna do, just so before we go into what you think this is,
Mm. Yep, yep.
this podcast, how it's gonna work is me and you are gonna watch an episode,
Yes.
how whenever we watch it, and then we're gonna record a podcast on our thoughts and opinions and what we liked and disliked and how ridiculous it is. And the idea is that you guys at home can then watch it and then listen to the podcast after. So it's like an accompanying thing. And what I would like to do, I can't say I'm going to do it, is like once a week when these episodes start coming out, is host the show in the Discord
Oh.
and not turn mics off so no one will be able to talk. But if people want to go in and watch it, then they can watch it there with everyone.
Mm.
That's sort of my plan for it.
That's a good idea. Yeah, it's like a big fun watch party. I do that
Yeah.
in my own server, and it's a good time. So yeah, I like that idea.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very excited to get into this.
I'm excited, but do you know what I'm also excited for?
What?
Because you don't know anything about this show, do you?
like I said, yeah, I've seen a very small snippet of a trailer, and I think this was probably when it was just either just releasing or was about to release or something around that time.
Hmm.
And I watched like maybe a few minutes of it, and that's all I know of it. But,
Excellent.
yeah.
So, from that small snippet,
Yes.
what do you think this show is going to be about?
Um, I from my faded memories of seeing that trailer, I would say it's gonna sort of feel like Lost, I guess, a bit. It seems like people kind of end up in a, I don't know if it's like an alien planet or Earth in a different time frame. I don't know, but they get stuck on like an area that's very forested, and they have to all figure out why they're there. And I don't know if there's an element of amnesia there with all the characters if they don't know who they are or who these people are that's with them. I just know that there's many attractive men and women of various ages and things that they've all get like, mixed together in this alien place or place that they don't know where they are, I guess, and they're trying to figure out why they're there. That's
Okay.
from what I can remember.
I mean, I want to say sort of, but also nowhere near, but
All right.
also very close.
Okay.
It depends what part you look at. I mean, there is a
Well,
lot of attractive people in it.
to be fair, my description of it was so broad you could pretty much, you know, paint your own ideas from it, and like I don't know, like it was very. I wasn't on point with any of it probably, but I mean
Well,
I don't know. I think it's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be there's gonna be some tropey characters. You're gonna have your like
mhm.
angry guy who just wants to like kill everything he sees or something. I don't know. There's probably gonna be like a brainy person. There's gonna I don't know. You know what I mean? There's gonna be things like that. You
Oh,
know.
you have no idea.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the vibe I feel like I'm getting. I have no idea what the 100 means. Maybe it means there's 100 people in the show. I don't know, or if there's like your number 68, I'm 69, lol, and like there's different
Lol.
lol,
Well,
different. Yeah, I don't know.
do you want me to read you the synopsis for
I
season 1?
I would love that.
Okay, so this is taken from Amazon Prime because that's how we will be watching it
Mm,
legally
legally, no,
because I have a subscription.
we're not breaking any laws, guys. Don't.
No. Okay, so this is it. This is the 100.
Yes.
97 years ago, Earth was devastated by a nuclear apocalypse, with the only survivors being the inhabitants of orbiting space stations at the time. 3 generations later, resources are running out. Taking ruthless steps to ensure their future, a group of 100 juvenile prisoners are exiled to the Earth's surface to test whether it's habitable. No one has set foot on the planet until now.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess I was not really close with my description.
I mean, there's a lot of attractive people on there. There's some
Yeah,
tropey characters. They're in a foresty area.
yeah,
It's sort of close. It's
yeah,
close
and I
enough.
yeah, I did say it was either Earth or some sort of planet, but then that's obvious. Everyone's on a planet.
It's yeah, they got to be on a planet somewhere.
They're just floating in space.
Yes.
I was right about the 100 thing there. I assumed it was like there are 100 people or a
Yeah.
100 characters. I don't know if there's going to be that happening at once. Maybe they'll send 50 down now, and then season 2 there's the other 50 or something. I don't know
Mm.
how they'll split that because I assume you can't have 100 character storylines going on at once. That would be ridiculous to keep a track of.
It
um,
would. It would.
but that's interesting. I like the synopsis. I like the general sounding of this series. It's intriguing to me. Yeah,
See, I read that and without like giving away too much, but I read that and I think, yep, that's pretty good for season 1.
yeah.
And then sort of season 2 onwards, so it's like nope, it's a different show. Like
Oh,
it's very different. So if you don't enjoy what we're about to watch, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's
right.
fine. It gets better, is what I would like to say first.
I go into things with an open mind, especially when it comes to movies or shows.
Mhm.
I don't judge things by the book of the cover of the book, sort of thing. I give it time to, you know, show what it's got to show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would never watch a series and then just be like, oh, the first episode's boring. I'm never going to watch that.
No.
Or like if that was the case, I probably would never have watched Breaking Bad. Because I don't know if you've seen Breaking Bad, but the first episode of Breaking Bad is pretty dull. There's not much that happens or something. Just as an example. So like I give
Mm,
things its due diligence and its time to grow on me if it will, and I'm sure this will be either even if I'm not the biggest fan, I think I'll enjoy the tropey fun drama of all the characters and stuff.
mm.
I get pretty into this sort of thing. So yeah,
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it, but yeah, like you said, I always give series like 3 or 4 episodes before I
mm.
have my first opinion on it,
Yeah.
because I know like you have your pilot episode. That episode was given to the TV companies as a sort of foot in the door.
Mm.
I want to make this show. So I always think that was just an off the cuff. Characters in the first episode aren't always in the rest of the series, or they're recast, or something stupid. So I always bear that in mind whenever I watch TV shows. And I think with this show, it's very important to maybe write off the whole first season.
Do
Um,
you? I was going to ask. Do you think I'm not going to enjoy the first season? In your
um,
opinion? I mean, you know me fairly well. I feel.
I think if you're anything like me, you're
Uh-huh.
going to enjoy it until you watch the next seasons, and then you're going to be like, wow, season 1 was awful. In
Okay.
comparison, it is like a
Right.
completely different show.
Interesting.
But I think for people at home that have never watched it and are maybe watching along with it, I would
Hmm.
say if you need encouragement to continue watching it because you're not enjoying it, is just think of this podcast that you're going to listen to after.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's a great idea. People will want to keep up with the show because they want to keep up with what our thoughts and opinions are of it, and our take on each episode are. So yeah,
Yeah, and our
definitely.
bouncy energy.
Bouncy energy is always great. We love bouncy energy.
Yes. So, my
Yes.
plan
Yep.
is to have the first episode, the first official episode of the podcast, up on the 19th of March, which is exactly 8 years after the original air date.
Wow. Damn.
Yep.
That's a
Yep.
great. That's really well worked out well, isn't it? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I came up with this idea just in time. Well, actually, I stole this idea just in time. Thank
Oh
you,
no.
Callum.
Shout out. Yeah.
But yeah, until then, remember life is about more than just surviving.
And may we meet again.